Hi folks, this is a series of teachings on the Dowry Tour of Our Lady of Walsingham. The Dowry Tour of Our Lady of Walsingham was an initiative launched by the rector of the Shrine of Our Lady of Walsingham in Houghton St Giles. And the object was to rededicate England as a Dowry of Mary. Now this tour essentially finished, and the rededication took place on March the 29th, 2020. A very significant day in many ways, because it was when we were as a nation in lockdown as a result of the COVID pandemic. However, we took the Slipper Chapel statue of Our Lady of Walsingham was taken to every cathedral in England, which is the Dowry of Mary. England is the Dowry, but it was never taken to Westminster Cathedral. And the tour never went to Westminster Cathedral, which is ironic because the statue was actually taken to Westminster Abbey in that period of time because of a special event that happened there. So we need to complete the tour. We need to complete what we started, so that we can then proceed with a follow-up. Now, in April 2022, the Slipper Chapel statue of Our Lady of Walsingham, together with the Holy House and the Dowry exhibition, will be taken to Westminster Cathedral for a weekend of prayer, intercession, masses, and lots of exhibitions on explaining the dowry, what dowry is, and talking about the English, if you like, the heritage of our nation, which is the Catholic faith that was brought to these isles some 1400 years ago. So the object of these short videos is to prepare you for this great event, which in a sense is the conclusion of that tour, even though England has been rededicated as a Dowry of Mary. But don't forget, the rededication in a sense was both a national one and a personal one, and that personal rededication can happen on an ongoing basis. We need to be reconsecrating ourselves to Jesus through Mary at least once a year. And as part of our rededication, we did a 33-day personal consecration to Jesus through Mary, but following a formula based on the writings of Father Michael Gately, who himself had drawn it from St. Louis de Montfort. So I want to get focused in this talk. I want to look at what the dowry is. England is the dowry. One or two other nations have this title, but apparently England was the first nation dedicated as the Dowry of Mary. And this is shrouded in the mists of time, unfortunately. We have very little information on it. We do know that King Richard II dedicated England as the Dowry of Mary around 1381. And we believe William the Confessor did. Edward the Confessor, I get the names mixed up. Our second patron saint. But we have another patron saint, King Edmund of East Anglia. And on the Wilton diptych, which, if my tech works, I will try and put a picture of the Wilton diptych on this video. He died in 869. The nation was Catholic. It was called the Isle of the Saints at that time. And according to the Wilton diptych, King Edmund of East Anglia presented his kingdom of East Anglia to Mary as her dowry. What does that mean? Well, back then, the idea of dowry was a portion of the estate set aside by the husband for his wife should she become widowed. And the word itself, dowry, comes from the Old English dos, meaning a gift. So the dowry was set aside for the widow. King Edmund of East Anglia set aside England, or East Anglia, as his gift to Mary. And I want to talk to you a little bit more about this in the next video, particularly about the Kingdom of East Anglia and the Walsingham Shrine. So please like, subscribe, keep tuned in to these videos.